Good morning, student. Today's my topic is Security Exchange Board of India, and I have taken this topic from the unit 3rd of the Financial Market and Services. As we know that SEBI was established in the year 1992, but in 1998, the Security and Exchange Board of India was established by the Government of India through the executive resolution and was subsequently upgraded as a statutory body in the year 1992 with the passing of Security and Exchange Board of India Act on 30th January 1992. In place of the government contract, a statutory and autonomous regulatory board with defined responsibilities to cover both development and regulation of the market and independent powers has been set up. In the case of the constitution of the management of the SEBI, actually there are the certain people. The first one is the chairman. The second one is the two members from among the official of the ministries of the central government dealing with the finance and law, and the one members from amongst the officials of the Reserve Bank of India, two other members to be appointed by the central government. The SEBI has three main objectives. The first one is to protect the interest of the investor. The SEBI has provided a degree of protection to the investors and safeguard their rights and to ensure that there is a steady flow of funds in the market. The SEBI has also promoted the fair dealing by the issuer of security and ensure a market where they can raise up funds at a relatively low cost. The SEBI also regulate and develop a code of conduct for the financial intermediaries and to make them competitive and professional. SEBI also provide the matter connecting with or incidental to the above if there is any problem relating to the stock market. Let us discuss one by one the three functions. The first one is a regulatory function. Under the regulatory function, the first one is the registration of the brokers and the agent. SEBI registers the broker, sub-broker, transfer agent, merchant banks, etc. Then SEBI has defined the certain rules and regulations for the smooth functioning of all the intermediaries in the stock market. If the intermediaries are not obeying the rules and the regulation, then the SEBI has the right to charge a levies a fee or the penalty. Moreover, the SEBI has also regulated the different investment schemes and mutual funds. SEBI also prohibits the fraudulent and unfair trade practice. SEBI has right to inspect and conduct the inquiries and audit of the stock exchange, which all these are the functions which come under the regulatory. Now let us discuss the development function. The SEBI has taken the three steps under the development function. The first one is the training to the intermediaries. SEBI provides the training of intermediaries of the securities. Then the promotion of the fair trade. It also promotes a fair trade practice by making underwriting optional. The SEBI has also done the research which is useful to all the market participants for conducting the research work. Then protective function. SEBI prevents the insider trading. Under the insider trading, if the director or the people working in the organization or the promoter have any idea relating to the expansion of the business, then the price of the share is going to be increased next day, and the SEBI has taken the such steps to prevent the insider trading. Moreover, the SEBI has also prohibited the fraudulent and unfair trade practice and such as a price rigging, sale or purchase of security through misleading statement. Actually, but they are showing them that is not representing the share, but the other thing is there. It's come under the fraudulent. then the promotes fair practice. It also promotes the fair practice and the code of conduct in the security market. It's look after the interest of the debenture holders in the terms of any mid-term revision of interest rate, etc. Moreover, the SEBI educates the investor through the campaigns. Now let us discuss what are the powers of the SEBI. The first one is the powers relating to the stock exchange and intermediaries. SEBI has a wide power regarding the stock exchange and intermediaries dealing in the security. It can ask any information from the stock exchange and intermediaries regarding their business transaction for inspection and scrutiny and other purpose. Power to impose the monetary penalty. If the SEBI has also empowered to impose a monetary penalty on the capital market intermediaries and the other participants if they are not following the rules and regulation defined by the SEBI. Moreover, the SEBI has the right to impose the suspension of the registration for a short period. Next one is a power to initiate action in a function assigned. SEBI has the power to initiate the actions in regard to the function assigned. For example, it can issue the certain guidelines to the different intermediaries or can also introduce the specific rules for the protection of the interest of the investors. SEBI has right to regulate the insider trading. They can take an action to those companies where the insider trading is going on. SEBI has the power under the Security Contract Act. For the effective regulation of stock exchange, the Ministry of Finance issued a notification on 13 September 1994 delegating several of its power under the Security Contract Act to the SEBI. SEBI is also empowered by the Finance Minister to nominate 3 members on the government body of every stock exchange. Next one is the power to regulate the business of the stock exchange. SEBI is also empowered to regulate the business of the stock exchange intermediaries associated with the security market as well as the mutual funds if there is any fraudulent and unfair trade practice relating to the security and regulation of the acquisition of the shares and takeovers of the companies. Next, organization of the SEBI. The different department of the SEBI are the first one is the primary department. The primary department has the responsibility of looking after the policy matter which are related to the primary market. Then issue management department. Issue management department has the responsibility of looking after the issuing of the new share. The secondary market department. Secondary market has the responsibility of looking after the market price of the share in the secondary market. Then institutional investment department. Institutional investment department has the responsibility of looking after the mutual fund mergers, acquisition, etc. What is the role of the SEBI in the primary market? For protecting the interest of the investors in the primary market, SEBI has performed the various rules, important rules such as entry norm. The SEBI tightened the entry norms for the companies entering the capital market, such as tangible asset of the company should be at least ₹3 crore. Promoters' contribution. The SEBI has also taken an action against the promoter contribution and the SEBI is fixing the minimum limit for the contribution made to the capital issue. Disclosure. The SEBI has asked the company to draft the prospectus, which is a public document, in order to promote the transparency. Book building. The SEBI accepts the book building as one of the mode of public issue and issue the certain guidelines and rules for making the book building mode. Allocation of shares. The SEBI makes proportionate allotment of shares in order to protect the interest of small investor to the primary market. Market intermediaries. The merchant bankers, which are the merchant bankers are licensed by the SEBI to carry out the certain operations in the primary market. SEBI rules in the secondary market. The secondary market is a that marketplace where the buyer and seller can sell the shares on the basis of demand and supply of the share, and the price, there is a lot of fluctuation. The price keep on changing in the secondary market, but again the SEBI has taken the lot of steps for the reform for the number of reforms in the secondary market to make it more attractive to the investor. The first one is a governing board. The SEBI has reconstituted the governing board of the stock exchange. Infrastructure. SEBI has permitted all the exchange to expand their online screen-based trading terminals. More settlement. The ruling settlement was introduced. T+2 settlement system is right now, and the two clearing houses are the Bank of India for BSE and National Security Clearing House Limited for the National Stock Exchange. Debt market segment. The SEBI has permitted the debt market instrument to be traded in the stock exchange. SEBI has also allowed the listing of the debt instrument on the exchange if the company equity has not been listed earlier. Price stabilization. A separate division has been set up by the SEBI to look after the price movement in the stock market. It introduced the market by its circuit breaker to prevent the large market movements. Delisting. Due to the certain norms of delisting of shares has been tightened by the SEBI. Brokers. The SEBI has laid down a code of conduct and for the brokers. Brokers get registration on the basis of their eligibility to become the member of the stock exchange, and infrastructure facility registration fee also has to be paid. Moreover, the brokers has to furnish SEBI with a copy of the audited balance sheet and the profit and loss account. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.